Oops, dropped something. So I'm chilling in the parking lot in the car. I had some coffee and some dinner, and it all worked out pretty great. I'll go ahead and talk about it. I am doing okay today, but I'm like balls to the wall. Yeah, I don't really want to say ticking really bad, because it's like my normal thing is jaw thing. It's not, we'll use that as a base, is terrible, but like I am totally like a lot today. So I just call that anxiety or whatever, but that's what it is. It's Tourette's. Like at the base of why, like I'm just super but so I try my coffee, and it didn't affect my anxiety, because luckily I don't have like a mental illness. I don't have ADHD, which is the amazing part about my combination of medical things, is I do not have ADHD. So Jeff. So the thing is like I don't drink coffee, and I mean I like coffee and stuff, but I don't drink it because like for the past 5 years I haven't. I watch things, and so like I'm aware of like every single thing that I put in my body and whatnot. But I am at the point, and today was the day where I was like, he's like, hey, what do you feel about coffee? And I was like, let's do it. And he's like, let's get some Starbucks. And I was like, I don't know how to order at Starbucks. So he ordered for me, and that was super, super, super nice. And we figured out, like, and I mean, even cooler, like, he went in and got it for me. Like, I sat out in the car, so, like, not only did I have to not go in and figure out that whole stand there ticking really bad, figure out what I want, and then how to order it, he did everything for me. And I got a cold brew with some mocha and cream and light ice, and I'm so happy. Like, that's such an awesome thing. And I'll probably sip on that, like, it's a medium, I'll probably sip on that for like a total of 8 to 10 hours or whatever. So it's still a very small amount of caffeine. I drink more caffeine than that when I drink tea, but it's still like makes me a little nervous, because it is something that's new. And also, like, because my anxiety is higher today, I'm like, oh, I like don't know exactly how it's gonna affect me and stuff, but like it's going okay. But I was like this before I drank the coffee. Like, I was breathing heavy. I'm like super when I go to talk is what it is. Like, I get super fidgety. If I'm not talking, I just sit here like I'm super chill. Like nothing's going on. But the minute my brain, like, I started to think and like process and like speak, like walk and talk at the same time, I also like, yeah, I'm all over the place. So yep. I'm like emotionally processing this. It's something that hit me full in the head, like when I got out of the hospital 2 years ago, because I had some really abrupt changes in some of my vocal patterns. And I was like I've always had vocal patterns, but and I read a little bit about it, and I was just like, no way, there's no way. And then in the last 3 months, like I hadn't really thought about it since, after a couple months, those vocal patterns stopped, like the really bad ones. I was like, okay. But then in the past 3 months, like I've noticed the like an actual simple tick, and I was like, I've never had that before. And so over the past 24 hours, I did some reading, and apparently, as an adult, it does move around. Like it's continuous, there, and you have to, there's a combination of vocal and motor, simple and complex, and I have all four. I have simple tics, I have complex tics, I have simple vocal tics, and I have complex vocal tics. And it has been lifelong. It is recorded on VHS, like, from the time I was a couple years old. Like, I've got like a stack of VHSs, and you can see it in all of the but I thought they were just habits. And sure enough, like, that is, like, when you go and read on websites and stuff, it says that often enough that people, there is a percentage of people that do not realize they have it, and that's exactly it, that they think that it's just their habits and stuff. Also, like, I've only know one person that has that's told me, like, I have a tic disorder, and they have a tic disorder. They don't have vocal tics, and so, that I know of, I don't know anybody else who has vocal tics besides me. Like, I've never met anybody else, but sure enough, like, and so I'm like I am floored. I'm starting to process some stuff, but also I'm at this point where it's like, in my I have a cognitive pattern over a period of a month due to my female hormonal system, and I am in a couple day stretch where I'm a little cognitively declined, as cognitively declined as I get. And now that I'm in good health and stuff, and I'm as good as I'm gonna be, then, like, after all the past couple of years, like, it's really not that bad. But what happens is, pretty much what I'm describing and stuff in general, like the Tourette's and the narcolepsy and stuff, it all manifests a lot, like, more fully during that period of time. And also, I'm dealing with the trauma, the emotional part of it, where I'm trying, but that is one part about, funny enough, the cognitive part, where it's like, when I have cognitive symptoms and stuff, like, I just don't, like, I just don't think about stuff as much. And so, like, I definitely am chilling. I'm gonna chill a couple days before I take on that. But I am, like, I need to do stuff today. Like, it's been going on for about 2 or 3 days. So of course, like, I go back and forth in between places a whole lot. Like, I have to go to the store 3 times rather than just one time. When I leave the house, I have to go back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. And not because of, like, OCD or anything like that, but because, like, I legit can't remember, and because I'm moving faster and stuff, like, and the way my mind works shifts. And so, I've always just called it anxiety. Because, I mean, it is, like, I'm in a more anxious state and stuff, like, that is how that's defined. But it is not technically anxiety, because anxiety isn't a word. Like, I mean, it isn't a disorder. I'm anxious. It's not anxiety. What I should be saying is I'm anxious. And I'm anxious because, I've had people be really mean to me. I've, had people not understanding of my you know, like, it's hard to say it, but of the Tourette's, and like the complex, you know, stop doing that and stuff. And it's like, you can't, you know. You know, I've been made fun of, I mean, not by friends, but, you know, within my family and stuff. You know, and worse off of all that is I've had people torture me over it, you know, where like I want to have things done a certain way, so I won't, you know, tick as bad and stuff, and they would make it even worse. They would do things and hang stuff over my head, you know, and laugh and think it was funny and stuff, and you know, and then just sit there and watch me fucking come undone. So you know, torture me. So like, that's totally a thing, you know. And so that is the reason why I have problems with emotional processing. And but that's the thing, is like, I've worked so much and unpacked so much, and like, you know, the emotionality of it and stuff, and the emotional processing and the disassociation, you know, in the past year, like I stopped, I can honestly say by the age of 25 I was pretty unpacked. So that's good. Where like the first years, or at least 30, by 30 I was pretty unpacked. So it doesn't touch me when it comes to like I don't have actual anxiety or OCD. I say that because like it's a visual thing to other people. Like, I'm like, you know, I say anxiety, I have anxiety, because I'm like, when you see me, like when I come over, or like when you come over and we hang out or whatever, or get together, you're gonna notice that like I seem to be in a more flighty state. So like, but that's, like I said, purely to like the emotionality of it and stuff, because it has some trauma and stuff, like, but I'm gonna try changing that, you know. I'm gonna try to use the appropriate terminology. Like, that is the point of it, you know, is trying to be more fully myself and stuff. But yep, I think we're about to head out, so I'm gonna end this. Just wanted to put some thoughts out, what I was doing, what I was thinking, and my coffee is going well, so